Hey guys, it's Alicia and I am back with another process video. So I showed you in the beginning there, I'm using the Simple Stories Summer Vibes collection and I am going to use the most beautiful paper in the collection, I think. I think everyone can agree. This paper is just phenomenal. So I definitely wanted to use it and I'm going to flip it on its side to use it. I had an idea for this layout in mind. I thought about it for a couple days, and I'm going to attempt to execute it. I run into a lot of roadblocks. Um, I will say right now, it didn't come out completely how I envisioned it, but I'm not upset with how it came out, I guess. I would have been happier if it would have came out the way I wanted it to. There's just small minor things, and then it was kind of a learn as I go process, so you're going to see me make a lot of mistakes as well. But what you saw me doing there is I just did a little measuring and tracing with a Spellbinder's circle die there because I wanted 3 circles at the bottom there and I don't have a punch that big. So I had to do it the old-fashioned way and trace them and cut them out. And I'm going to grab a piece of acetate transparency that I have and some score tape, and I'm going to stick that there. So yeah, I mean, you might have guessed I'm going to attempt to do some sort of shaker element on my layout here, but I didn't want anything that was raised up, so you will see how I attempt to do this. So yeah, that is the picture that I'm going to be using. It is printed off of my selfie, and I printed it at 4x6 because I wanted a landscape size photo, if that makes sense. Like I wanted the whole view of the ocean, and then it's hard to tell in the picture, but my 2 daughters and their dad are in the picture at different. I don't know. They're like each at different levels in the ocean. So like their dad's further out, and then my oldest daughter, and then my youngest daughter is just running into the water. So these are a pack of, I bought the like collection pack of everything, and so these transparency overlays come with the collection, and so I'm just gonna go through them, and I'm gonna pick this one actually to use on the photo. And I just thought it looked cute. I loved how that smile part looked at the bottom of the picture. So yeah, I've decided on that, and now I'm going in with some fun foam, and I'm going to trim some strips down, and I'm going to fast forward because that took a while, but you can see I covered essentially the whole back in fun foam, and that is so that there will be a little bit of space for the elements in those shaker pockets where the circles are to move around a bit, but I didn't want anything too deep, obviously, so fun foam is really thin, and I didn't plan on using anything thick in the shaker pockets anyways, so now I'm just going through the cut apart sheets because I want to find designs to go behind the pockets. And so I'm just going to go through a few here and, excuse me, and cut them out, the ones that I want to use. And I'm kind of placing them behind the circles so that I can see how it looks. And I was going to use this like cloud pattern, but then I'm going to switch to actually use that wood grain with the hearts on it that you can see kind of on the left side of the screen as I'm cutting. So there I am. I'm like, oh, this is even cuter. So I'm going to cut that one out. Come here, Swiper. Sorry, we just got a new puppy 2 days ago, and so he's kind of roaming around, so you might hear me speaking to him a couple times during the video. Come here, baby. We got a little baby Pomeranian, and he is the cutest thing. So yeah, so I picked out the papers I wanted, and now I'm grabbing some. This is actually by Tim Holtz. I forget the exact name of it, but it's like a glitter paper. Um, and I'm just taking these tiny punches that I've collected. I have a few from Recollections and a few from American Crafts, and I'm just punching some out of that gold paper and out of the teal paper, and I'm using a really tiny heart punch there. And also, I think I punched out a couple bows, which are by American Crafts. And then I'm going to take some of this glitter. It's the Distress glitter, and it's in the, I think it's antique linen, but it's kind of, it's like the same color as that gold paper. Excuse me. And I am going to run some ATG around the foam and around the card. So Swiper. And I'm going to pour some glitter in there. And that was kind of like my mistake because I knew it was going to be kind of staticky. So you see I'm kind of trying to run my embossing tool there. Um, and then it was really powdery. And then I realized I did it on the wrong circle. So I had to go back and put ATG around the correct circle where that background paper was going to be. And I went back over it with my embossing tool thing, and then I kind of wiped some of it away. But you'll see when I put this on, I had to rub a little bit of the ATG tape away because I was going to show in the circle. You'll see when I put this on, all the glitter just sticks to the transparency. So I was kind of bummed about that, but I'm like, okay, I can just throw some embellishment over part of the circle. It won't be as obvious. And so I'm just going to keep going. And so for this middle one, I'm going to use that wood grain with the heart as the background. And this is what sparked this idea because I love using like actual memorabilia type things on my layouts. And so this is actually some sand that we collected from Daytona. And I have about 5 containers like this with shells and sand in them. So I thought I'm just going to grab a couple spoonfuls of that sand out of there, and I'm going to have that be an element in one of the shaker cards. So I did that, and again, it really ends up sticking to the plastic. So that's kind of the part that kind of bummed me out a little because I wanted it to really shake around and be cute. But you know what? I can live with it. It is what it is. So so here's the last one, and I'm going to use, these are by that like art company. I don't know. I think it's art something, artsy or something like, it might be artsy. It might be that. So those are just like little, like stars, and they're yellow with like that tealish tint to them. They're like iridescent-y. And so I just used that for the last shaker pocket. And so the shaker pockets are done now, and I'm going to attach this 12 by 12 piece of watercolor paper on the back, and that's just because it's really sturdy. So you can see the shaker pockets there. Everything is contained now, and I cut out these silver gold circle frames using my spell binders again, and I am just going to place those over the circles. For one, it will hide some of my imperfect cutting that I did, and it adds a gold element, and I just like the way it looked. I felt like those circles needed something around them, so that's what I'm doing here. And that gold foil paper I actually got from Michael's. I picked up a new gold one because I'm running out of my gold foil paper that I love to use. So yeah, so I'm kind of going to start placing things where I want them to be. And so my photo is going to sit there. And I don't know what... Oh, I was looking for my tiny touch. I couldn't find it anywhere. Of course, it was right in front of my face. So I just put a couple staples up in that upper left corner. And I'm going to grab some foam tape. And I'm using foam tape just because it's a thinner... dimensional versus the circle ones that I use that I get from Michael's. I love those because they're really thick, but in this case, because the whole layout is popped up, that would have really been a lot. So I'm going through the die cut pack now, and picking out pieces that I definitely want to use. So this picture wasn't really taken in the summer, it was taken actually in December, but I don't care. It looks summery, and it was like a little fake summer for us because it was the winter time and we were on the beach. So I'm going with the summer theme. So yeah, you can just see I am putting little elements from the die cut pack kind of on a couple of the circles down there, and then I'm layering a couple to the top left of the picture, a couple labels and that arrow that says beach. And yeah, just fussing around. Now in that upper right hand corner, I did put like a cloud embellishment and a border type embellishment and a couple arrows. And then I decided that that little red heart would be cute up there as well because there was a tiny one on that border, little tiny border piece that I have layered there. And now I'm going to work on my title. So it took me forever to figure my title out. So there it is. It's going to be the three beach bums. And I have it on some wax paper right now. So that's why it's kind of like scattered like that. But yeah, I wanted to glue everything down before I did my title because I'm using the stickers off of the sticker sheet that comes with the collection pack. And for these arrows, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bend up the ends just a little bit and then just put the glue like in this on the very straight part of the arrow, not on those little, whatever they're called. The little, like where the feathery part would be, I guess. And so that those ends are kind of popped up just a little bit. And I also placed one down there by that circle, and then that little circle die cut says "So Hot." So I'm going to start placing my title now, and I'm going to kind of put the word "the" with by that first arrow up there, and then 3 is going to go by the second arrow, and then I'm going to do beach bums. I'm actually going to cut it apart, and I'm going to place it kind of orientated from the right. Swiper. So yeah, I'm kind of doing the letters not perfectly straight and kind of overlapping a couple of them a little bit just to add some interest there. You know, so everything is a little bit more relaxed. And I also stuck that little, like, I think it's supposed to be an asterisk, but it looks like a flower. But yeah, I stuck that there too, just for a little detail. So here's the sticker sheet, and I am going to use a couple things off here. I felt like I needed something on that middle circle with the sand, but I didn't want to cover up the sand. So I just grabbed this little hexagon sticker that says "Be Happy" and just kind of layered that under where the photo is just a little bit. And I think, yeah, I was going to put that camera there, but I decided under the title was cute. So I stuck that there. And I don't know that I'm going to use anything else off here right now. I will end up using a couple of those little, they have like little confetti dots on the sticker sheet. And I will end up using a couple of those. And I loved that. It says "So Very Happy," but I couldn't. Did I end up using it? I did. I think I ended up putting it right there. Yeah, because I remember I really loved that sticker. So, and here I am kind of putting down a couple of these confetti pieces. And they're just like nice little dots that just add a little bit of detail, a little bit of color here and there. And now I knew I wanted to use some of these word strips. So these are actually off of the Alpha sticker sheet. And in the bottom right corner, you get a whole bunch of these word phrases, which I love because I love those things. And so I'm going to grab 4 of them, I believe, and just stick them there under the title. There were a lot of phrases I wanted to use, but some of them were in that like orangey corally color, and since that camera was that color, I don't know, it just didn't look right to me. Yeah, I just picked 4 other ones that I liked and stuck them under there. And now I'm looking for some enamel dots. That upper left corner of the photo was the only area that I didn't put any of those little confetti stickers, so I thought maybe just a couple enamel dots, just a little something, a little detail. So I just grabbed a pink one and an orange one and stuck them on there. And I'm going to grab my roller date stamp now, I think. think that's what I'm going to cut to. Oh, here's the dog. I had to hold the dog for a second for some reason. I can't remember why, but so there was a little preview of my new puppy. But yeah, I grabbed my roller dates stamp and I'm using this Brilliance. It's like a gold, it's like a black ink with gold flecks in it. It's really pretty. And I put the date down and that was with a Studio Calico roller date stamp, I believe. And it said Epic and then the date. And then I'm just drawing a couple journaling lines, which are completely uneven. And then just doing a few lines of journaling up there. And that's really going to be it. So I'm going to do some close-ups and stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching. And thank you for answering my questions on Facebook all the time when I post them there. And I hope you guys have a good day. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye.